to some Pyjama Yoga, a lying down sequence today to release tension into the shoulders, into the hips, into the back. Don't need a yoga mat, you can just kind of lie down. Just making sure you've got space around you, take the arms out wide, and to lie the body down. So just finding that space. And then come to lie down, you can have the legs out long or the knees bent. Hands can rest on the body or by the side of the body. See what feels best. I'll take a moment to find the body. So a little wriggle into the hips. Just pushing through each heel. And then a little wriggle into the ribs and into the shoulder blades. See if you can create a bit more contact with the ground underneath you. And maybe just drawing the chin in slightly and wriggling the back of the head, getting long through the neck. And then see if you can soften wherever you've come to. See if you can soften the ribs down. Try and release the tummy. And then let yourself land. Let yourself arrive. See if you can close the eyes and making this quite an internal practice. So not worrying about what it looks like, it's about what it feels like. So just start to tune inwards and just feel the body as it breathes. See if you notice that expansion in the body as you breathe in. That softness as you breathe out. See if you can start to use your body and your breath as an anchor for the mind, an anchor just to keep the mind quiet for these next 15 minutes or so. And let the weight come into the back of the head. Feel as though the ground or the surface beneath you is holding the head. So let go of the effort, let the shoulders relax. And very slowly and mindfully we start to rock the head from left to right. Really slow and heavy movements. And just really feeling that pressure in the back of the head. Like you're having a little massage. Not forcing, not moving quickly. Just moving with an awareness as we just start to bring this internalization of the mind. See how things feel. Just holding the head on one side, see if you can relax the opposite shoulder. Relax the ribs. Maybe without forcing, the head finds a little bit more space to turn. Just let the body soften. Let the tummy soften, the hips, the groin. And gently roll the head, come back through center nice and slow. Notice that point at the back of the head where you normally rest, and then let that pass by as you turn the head in the opposite direction. Finding that comfortable spot, and then soften the shoulders. Notice if the shoulders are lifting, see if you can relax them down, maybe even give them a wriggle, create a bit more space. Let the ribs soften. And then gently, without forcing, just notice if the head can turn a little bit more. Trying to release tension rather than to create tension, so listen to your body. See if you can soften the jaw, soften the face. And then gently come back through center. Find that central spot. Let the head balance on the ground. let the ground hold the head. Take your awareness down into your feet. Start to wriggle your toes. And maybe take some little ankle circles with the feet, keeping the heels on the ground. And just rotating through the feet and the ankles one way and then the other. Then gently point the toes away from you. And then point the toes up to the ceiling. Just a little push through the heels. Get that a couple of times. Pointing and flexing. And slowly bend the knees. Bring the feet to the floor. And take your feet at least hip distance, maybe wider. And we're going to take the arms out wide into a big T shape. Pay attention to the body. See where you can relax into the shoulders. Palms up. Palms down, see what feels best. Maybe a little roll between the two, just to release the shoulders a little bit more. And then let the arms settle. We want to soften the ribs, let the collarbone, the chest be open. So bring a heaviness into the shoulders, this heaviness into the back of the head. Just make sure the chin isn't sticking up, chin slightly down. And then we'll start to take the knees from left to right, and this can be quite a small movement depending on your body, how you feel, or it can be quite big. Or maybe you start off small and let the body unwind into a bigger shape. And you can start to let the head turn the opposite way to the knees as the movement becomes bigger. And then just depending on your body, either keep swishing if that feels good, or if you wish to, holding the knees down to one side, relaxing the head the opposite direction, softening through the shoulders, softening through the ribs. And see if you can let that top leg relax. Notice if it's resisting or shaking. Just gently move the knees to a place that feels comfortable. That might be further apart, it might be closer together, or maybe you've found a sweet spot. And if there's any resistance in the legs, it's quite nice to bring a big cushion and pop it under the knee that's feeling that resistance, and maybe holding it for a minute or so and letting the muscles relax. So if that's where you want to go, you can press pause and grab a cushion. Just see if you can soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Notice your breath. And then gently let the head come back through center. Let the knees ease their way back up. And take it the opposite way. Seeing how it feels on this side. Adjusting the feet so you can let go of that muscular effort. Let the body find the shape. See if you can soften the ribs, soften the tummy. And again, so this might be one that you revisit, bring a cushion and just pause and find that release. Where is the body resisting? What can you release? We'll let the head come back through center, followed by the knees. Pause with the feet on the ground, let the spine settle, the hips find balance between left and right, and then slowly bring the knees in towards the chest and give yourself a hug. Bring the hands onto the shins or the backs of the thighs, knees wide or together. See what feels best for you. And very, very gently start to rock the hips from side to side. And with a hand on each knee, we're going to take the knees wide and together and take it into a circular movement. So knees go wide and draw together. As big or small as feels comfortable, or whether you gradually start to spiral out. Notice moves on the ground, how the whole body responds. Take the knees the opposite way. And gently hug in, hands heavy on the legs. Just finding a stretch into the lower back, into the tops of the bum. And then we'll keep the right leg in towards the chest. We're going to slide the left leg out long on the ground. And just use that weight, interlace the fingers, bring them onto the shin or the thigh of that right leg. Draw that knee in. And we'll take the right arm out long, out wide. Bring your left hand onto your left knee. And gently start to encourage the knee over to the left side. So we roll a little bit onto the left hip and let the right hip lift. And then rock back. So just a couple of rocks in and out of this shape, easing the body into a deeper twist. But I want you to focus on the right shoulder. So the right arm and the right shoulder are your anchor in this pose. We want to keep them as grounded as possible. So that might mean not going as deep into the twist as you think you might. So next time the knee crosses over the body, see if you can hold it there. So the foot can hover, it might rest on your leg, it might come to the floor, just see. Let the head turn in the opposite direction and bring all your awareness into your right shoulder. Feel that right shoulder anchor down and let the left hand just rest on the thigh. And just bring that little weight. Try and release the muscles into the hip, into the lower back, into the tummy. See if you can hold it here. So again, if you've got really tight hips and this is a bit of a strain, bring in a cushion under that knee so that you can release a bit more effort. It's quite a lovely thing to do, and you can hold it for quite a while, a minute up to 3 minutes maybe, just finding that release. In this practice today, we'll just take one more breath. And as you exhale, come back through center. We're going to bring that foot down to the ground, keep the knee bent, and let that knee open out to the side. So think like a tree pose. The knee is wide and bent, foot coming towards the straight leg. We'll take the arms up overhead, reach through the fingers as you push out through your left heel. Gently push your right foot into the thigh, or a little bit lower, depending on your hip. So if you can draw the ribs down, the tummy down, and then release the hands, bring them back down by the side of the body. We'll bring the right foot back to the ground. Slide the left knee in, and just between sides, we'll take a little bridge pose. So hands by the hips, palms facing the ceiling, and then gently push down through the feet, lift the hips up off the ground, peel your back up off the ground, coming up to the shoulders. A little squeeze of the inner thighs towards one another, and then rolling the spine down as you breathe out. Just take 2 more of those. Feel as though you're peeling the spine up rather than just lifting it up. You find this peeling motion. And as you roll it down, see if you can start from the top of the neck, rolling down each vertebrae. Release. I'm taking one more. And release. When you come down, just pause for a moment. I'm going to bring the left shin in and slide the right leg out long. Interlace the hands over the shin or the back of the thigh. And gently draw that thigh in towards the tummy and let the arms then be heavy. So try and relax the shoulders. Just let the arms be heavy. So if you can release some effort into the legs. Let the back sink into the ground. And then we'll bring right hand onto the right knee, left arm out. So remember your left shoulder now, your left arm and your anchor. We're going to cross the knee over the body, rolling onto the right hip, but let that left shoulder stay glued to the ground. So just a gentle rock in and out, easing the body rather than forcing the body into a shape, easing the body in. And then if it feels comfortable next time, letting the knee cross over and holding it there. So you can let the foot rest on the thigh maybe the toes, maybe you bring a cushion and place it under the foot or the knee. So you can let the head turn in the opposite direction. And let your right hand rest on the thigh. And again, so we're not pulling, we're just using the hand as a weight, just to see what you can release. Releasing all effort. Let the ribs soften, the tummy soften. Softening the face. And looking upon yourself with kindness and release. Feeling the body, the breath. And you're ready, slowly come back. We're going to bring your left foot to the floor. Keep the knee bent. And let that knee come out to the side. And that half diamond shape. Right toes point to the sky. And then you can take the arms up overhead again. Come into that big body stretch. Reaching through, draw the ribs down as you push out through the heel of the right foot. Shoulders push down into the ground. Feel your body stretch. And if it's too much to take the knee out to the side, use a cushion under that thigh. Take one more breath. See if you can squeeze the exhale out. And let the arms come down by the side of the body. Bring that knee back up. Bring the right knee in. And then hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Little rock. And maybe take the arms back out wide. Take the knees far apart. Keep them bent and just rock from side to side into the lower back. And then pause somewhere in the middle. Bring the feet to the floor. Slide the legs out long. Bring the hands down by the side of the body. And feel the body here. So I invite you to stay here. Not to rush off. Let the body be heavy. Feel into the legs, into the hips, into the shoulders, the whole back of the body in contact with the ground. Just bring a smile to your lips for taking some time out to look after yourself. And I invite you to stay longer.